Hi, this is Samir from Navier, and in this video I would like to show you for the first time a little bit of the new Effex framework, Effex 2.0 namely. And well, I think we just start right away to take a look. So in the new framework, and if we go into the menu of Effex, we can see we have a lot of sections here now. All of these components actually work for themselves now. They're not connected to any of the other. Each component or object or node, whatever you want to call it, acts on its own and has a certain functionality, of course, and that functionality is applied or not. So this is a more modular object-oriented approach. Of course, the known workflow from Cinema 4D, and we're using objects here and some tags too, but mostly we stay inside of the object manager. We also do have expresso nodes inside of the framework to for further functionality or for extending the whole framework. But most of the time you probably will work with the objects anyway, because the purpose of this is that it is easily extendable and it is pretty clear what each object does, so you don't have a cluttering of millions of settings inside of one object and you have to go through them every time. But you have a few, or well, sometimes you also have some more settings, but it's all pretty much easy to overview with this approach. But anyway, and for example, we have here in the dynamics section, we have the gauges phenomena, so fluid simulation for smoke, fire, etc., based on an Eulerian framework, so grids. And we have an inviscid liquid solver here. We have viscous liquid dynamics, and these are the three that you already know. There are some improvements inside of them, but let's just take a look at the framework for now. And then we have a force section. We have grid forces here that can be applied to any Eulerian or grid-based objects. And we have particle forces too. And as you can see, we also have scripting objects here, so any of these forces could be customized by using the coffee force, for example, and script something into it. Then we have volumes. I get to this later. We have some channels which are grids, particle groups, so a lot of stuff for particles here. And other sections, and as you can already see, I don't go through all of them. We have quite some stuff to cover here. Well, each object also reflects the functionality that it does in its name. This should be fairly easy, right? And this is a very powerful framework, and as I already said, it is highly extendable, and we can add operators, features without touching other objects. So, well, that is how the framework works. I can create a liquid preset, for example, here, which will generate a basic liquid simulation. I can right away play it, and when I turn off here the volume conservation, for example, is getting a little faster. But you can already see that we have several components here that make up the actual fluid simulation. So you can see this framework is like a building block, like Lego, and you stick it together and glue it together to get a certain effect in the simulation space. Well, that is how the structure of the new framework is built up, and I think it becomes a little clearer if it's not clear yet once we go through the other tutorials and when I explain what each object actually does and how the components work together and how the pipeline is actually working. Well, looking forward to that. Bye bye.